investors.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Let's go to our man Al in Homosassa. What's going on, brother?
Isn't it wonderful? I went ahead and invested in your Tiger dollars, and I went ahead and got the gold report for a year, and also your morning your call letter and stuff like that. And I got over a 50% return in one day, not counting everything else. But I just want to thank you. Tom's not perfect, but he tells you how to put your stops in, and he keeps your losses small. You can take your small losses, but then all of a sudden you'll be like Babe Ruth, and you'll hit a home run. I mean, a big home run. Yeah. And put the money in your pocket.
Okay, brother. You're awesome, man. Thank you.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 7 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. To begin a great relationship, know what you want. Know what the needs of your body are and what the needs of your mind are, what fits well with you. There are millions of men and women, and some will make a good match for you and others won't. The two of you only need to be like a key and a lock, a match that works. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 100. NASDAQ is up 4. S&P's off 3. Gold contract up $16.30, trading at $17.45 an ounce. You got silver up 44 cents, $25.22 an ounce. Light sweet crude up 60 cents, $59.25 a barrel, notes and bonds. 10-year note up 19 ticks, 131.22. 30-year up 30 ticks at 156.17 in King Dollar. King Dollar's down 262 ticks, trade 92.332. The euro is at 118. The yen is at 109.84, and the British pound is at 138 to 1 U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Well, this is going to get so cool, folks, okay? It's pretty wild what we have out here. So, you take a look at the S&P out here. You get an ABC structure on the way up. 410 is the number. You hit 407.24. One of the questions were inside the den, is that close enough for an ABC structure on the way up? And I would say that, yes, it is. And this is why. I'm going to go through this right now so you can see where I'm coming from. Bottom line is you get a huge contraction of volume out here today. You got over the highs, so that's telling me the next couple of days that we're going to pull back, okay? When I say pull back, now inside the SPY, all I'm looking for, the SPY's at 405.97. You're looking for about 398. It's kind of pulling back where it just broke top size from. That's what I'm looking for at. NDX 100, we almost got the full deal. NDX 100, 333 we're looking for. We get 332.83. Bottom line is that you got over the highs of yesterday. You got a contraction yesterday, which you can expect. You got another contraction today. Bottom line, that's telling me that the Qs are going to pull back to 326. And you're at 331 right now. Now, let me show you something, because this came up this morning. And this is what's really cool, folks, okay? When you look at all the broad markets, meaning the world markets, you can get a kind of a better probability of where we're at. And what happened last night, and Hang Seng, when I bring this up, we're going to see it. First, I'm going to bring up the Nikkei. Because when I was seeing this morning, I said, you know what, man? These ABCs are finishing. This is where I think we're at. So if I bring up the Nikkei, what you're going to see here is that you have 3 highs. And price and volume, folks, work across the whole world. This is just not a phenomenon inside the United States. So you can see on the Nikkei, the first high was up here was at 30,714. We did 813 million shares. Well, we went up and we tested that with good volume with 954 million. That being said, 2 days ago, guess what? You died on the vine like we're dying on the vine right now. 556. Now, it was 556 to test, and then what do? You come off that last night with volume. That's telling me the probability is higher that the consolidation is going to stay in place, meaning on the Nikkei looks to me like it wants to run down now. It's at 28,374. Now, let's go back to our broad market, because when we take a look at the NDX 100, it was hard for that to do what it wanted to do, folks, okay? That's the real bottom line. That being said, it's just deviant enough that, guess what? You look at this baby, it's like, okay, you didn't make the high. You got over the swing point that was generated out here in March 16th. That is just telling me that, guess what? You can see that this volume day here is sticking out like a sore thumb. And that is saying we're at 13,710. 13,325 would be a pullback. Now, check this out. As long as you pull back with light volume, man, you're off to the races. It does, you can't go up forever and you can't go down forever. That's the real bottom line. So we'll see where this whole thing shakes out, but that's my take on it right now. Gold contract out here. We got a bid inside the gold contract. Gold contract traded from 1728 to 1744. You get volume behind the move out here. This thing is going to go after the swing point. The swing point we're talking about is 1756. The number to keep your eye on, I suspect we're going to get right up to the 1774. At 1774, folks, there can be some flack. That's the real bottom line. We'll see how it handles that flack when you get up to that number. That being said, they're still buying the gold and silver equities. If we go take a look at the XAU, the HUI, you're going to see the XAU today is up 272. You're at $1.43. This baby wants to get up into the 156 level. Right now, you're at 143. What's going to be cool tonight is that you don't get the volumes in the XAU, the HUI, because they're basically put together volumes, and we don't get that until about 8 o'clock tonight. So we'll see what kind of juice we have inside of that. I'd be looking for about 41 million inside of the gold bugs, inside of the XAU. Inside the HUI, what I'm going to be looking for, oh, this is good. I think we just took it out. So the gold bugs index, 284.38. We did. Okay, cool, man. Okay, so the gold bugs index, we took out the swing, which is great. Bottom line, this baby here looks to me like it wants to get up to the 349. Right now, you're 282. And we'll see how that number comes in tonight. What has happened in both those cases, they are in the larger range. And good old King Dollar is cooperating. That's what's actually going on. This King Dollar, folks, ran into major resistance. And when I talk about major resistance, you're talking about we were trading for about 15 weeks at the price point of about 93,500. So it gets up there, bottom line, whoever was selling it up there, they sold it again. That being said, what we just got out here today, if you happen to be a bull in the commodities market, you're going to like it because we just went back inside a lower range. You're down 261. That is saying that right now that the King Dollar wants to go to 91,366. The real kicker here is that if we got one more day of the type of price spread that we have inside of the U.S. dollar, that would actually break the uptrend. And if we got it with the type of price spread that we get out here today, that would be a break with conviction, and that's saying we're going right back downtown in a big way. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Hi, folks. Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today.
Hey there, I'm Andy Arbertine with Tiger Precious Metals and Stones. Whether you're looking to buy and sell precious metals or trying to find the perfect diamond ring, I'm here to help. I have over 15 years of experience with diamonds and precious metals. You can call me directly at 727-329-8245, and I will personally answer any questions you have and help you find exactly what you're looking for. I will be your personal concierge in the metal and stone business. Give me a call today, 727-329-8245.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now down 95. You get the Nasdaq up 10, S&P's off 2. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, as we do each and every Tuesday at 20 past the hour. And don't forget, folks, every trading day right here, Basil has an outstanding show. 10 to 11 now, yeah. I mean, it's a beautiful thing, man. We get a new schedule. 10 to 11 Eastern Standard Time. Outstanding show. He also has a great newsletter. Now, it's very easy to get Basil's newsletter. Come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to see right in the newsletters, you see the opening call. You hit the opening call. You hit subscribe. You can get Basil's newsletter for 1 month for $149. You can get it for 6 months for $6.95, which is a savings of $199 or 20%. You can get it for a year for $11.95, which is a savings of $563 or 33%. Now, when you get the newsletter, folks, Basil has approximately 10 archives on there. So if you want to understand the Chapman wave, if you want to understand these markets, okay, you're getting a lot more than just a newsletter. You're going to get a great newsletter for a month. You're going to get a great education. If you take the time and go through those, you're going to be able to ride those waves up and down this market. Basil Chapman, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you doing there?
I'm doing great, man. Yourself?
Very good. Thank you.
Good.
Fascinating market, as always.
I'll tell you, man, I think we're in the 80s, man, and I hope we are, because if we are, it's going to be a ride, folks. I mean, it's, I know I sound like crazy, man, but I'm telling you, I think we get an 80s market here, man, so we'll see.
There are a lot of things that coincide, but for about 8 or 9 years, my contention has been that we're going to be heading into the same economic and socio and even political aspect that we had seen back in the 1920s. Now a lot of people seem to be saying the same thing, but there are a couple of really big factors that I will talk about later on. It's too early to talk about, but in about another 3 or 6 weeks' time, it's worth talking about it. But I think that's a lot more the scenario. But economically, when Reagan came in, that big boost, August of 1982, I think it was, that big move to the upside in the market, a lot of that is also very similar. and we'll see. But this is a very interesting, just on the shorter term. In my Chapman wave, I'm always looking for, let me just show this for people that are new to TFNN, at least to my work. I try to identify the lowest low bar. I count each successively higher peak. I alphabetize them sequentially, so they go A, B, C, D, E, F, G. There is no H, so at G, other things can happen. But it's at that fourth highest peak D, that I raise my foot off the accelerator, hover over the brake, and see how we go through that yellow light to see whether or not it's going to change to red or remain green. So we've been long, basically, you can see from this monthly chart, we've been long since the low of August of 2020. In the Dow, I've taken little bits off. We've still got core positions. And now what's really interesting is that, first of all, I'll do the monthly chart because leg C means that theoretically, based on the Chapman wave buy mode methodology, we should still go in 2021 to at least, I say at least because that's kind of the minimum thing, of at least a peak D. So we haven't even made a peak C. You have to wait until all of May before you get a confirmation. If there's a lower high bar in the monthly chart in May, then we've made a peak. So up until then, there's still leg C. I'll just show you quickly the S&P where did it go? On the right here is only in leg B, so that's still very positive for the S&P. This is the monthly chart, so it should still go leg B, then a peak B. You have to wait for a whole month before you can get a confirmation. Then a leg C, then wait for a month, and then a leg D. So that takes you into a good part of 2021, and that's the same thing for the QQQ, which actually is a little different for the Qs there and a little more advanced. So I'm watching this one a lot closer, but the IWM has been lagging. It's in leg C.
On the Qs, where is the? Let me go back. If you could just go back to the Qs again, where is the monthly on the Qs?
So the monthly, there's a technique that I have that says if within 2 bars, actually it's 3 bars, but if it's 2, it's even better, there is a new recovery high after you get a peak D. It's a technique that I discovered years ago, and I call it the Chapman wave instant restart. Basically what happens after that, you use an alternate count. So this is either E, which is getting a little cautious, or A, which is really
no,
positive.
I get it. So you were at a D, but you got an instant restart. I get it. Cool. Okay,
yes.
right.
So that means, because...
That means to be careful, folks. That's good.
Well, it does, but what it means is that we're talking monthly charts.
Right.
We're dealing with the daily chart and the weekly chart, so there's a lot to do before you start to worry about monthly charts. So the weekly chart, you can still very positive. You've got like a V-shaped pattern at that previous high of 338 back in mid-February. So was that the one? Let me just double check. Yes, mid-February, pulls back sharply. That was a severe decline on a percentage basis. So we've already had a pretty decent decline in the Qs and the IWM and the SMHs, the semiconductors. So what happens next is going to be very important, because in this particular pattern, in the Index 100 trading vehicle, which is QQQ, if there is a sharp move into the 340s, you've basically broken out. It's very rare to if you close just barely above and then you start to pull back, you've got to be careful of a double top. But over the weeks, if we start to close decisively in the 343, 346 area, that becomes very positive. So we have to go to the daily chart of the Qs, and I'm anticipating that we will make a retest close to the 338 level. But what I wanted to say is that on a shorter term basis, based on the fact that in a buy signal to a buy mode in the Chapman wave, you should go whatever time frame, it should go to at least a D. Look at this. On the daily basis, you've got the Dow, INDU, there it is. The Dow has already made leg D and is probably a peak D, because in the next 25 minutes, I don't think we're going to go above 33,617, so probably a peak D. But the diamonds are only in leg C, probably a peak C. This is the daily.
Yes.
The S&P, leg C. It made a little tiny doji candle today in leg C, so I'm still waiting for a bit of a pullback, and then a D. And it doesn't mean that just because I'm saying a D, the SPY is exactly the same thing. So we are, in fact, at a point where I become a little bit cautious, and that's the daily charts, because the weekly charts are still very strong. So I just wanted to give a kind of heads up to say, I'm still, in fact, for a portfolio, I'm still only long. We have no shorts. I'm getting close to thinking about implementing some kind of a short later this week or maybe early next week, and that'll be a shorter-term trade. But it's going to be really important to see how. Remember, I spoke to you about rotations are really important because
Sure.
in the big decline going to the March low of last year, that was, I wouldn't say 90%, but it was close to a 90% decline where almost all the indices came down. The Dow was down 39%. I mean, that is a major decline. So we've only had a couple of those since the 2009 low. So there's a rotation. Rotation means that while we actually saw that. We saw that the Dow was going to all-time highs, just in the most recent series of highs, as the Qs had a very sharp decline.
Yeah, well,
So
you know what's
that's the
crazy is
rotation.
that when you just brought up the diamonds, the diamonds are actually in a confirmed ABC up to 348.
You see, there's a lot of positives.
Yeah.
So short term, getting a little bit cautious, but I like what's going on.
Yeah. Diamonds. ABC's up. Better learn how to do the
Yes.
ABCs, folks. Come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to newsletters. Ride that Chapman wave. Thanks, Basil. Have a great one, man. Have a safe one.
Thank
We
you
look
very
forward
much,
to the show
Tom.
tomorrow.
You too. Thank you.
Stay right there, folks. Come right back. Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. The printing presses are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The U.S. deficit has risen 200% in 1 year with no end in sight. The markets are looking for an additional stimulus bill to get us through this once-in-a-generation pandemic. There is no free lunch, folks. The more stimulus dollars put into the marketplace, the less your dollar's worth each and every day. This is the time to protect yourself with a portion of your portfolio in the metal market. The Gold Report comes out each Monday morning. I bisect and dissect the dollar, silver, gold, the XAU, and the HUI. The Gold Report is a long-term hedge against the dilution of your buying power. The U.S. has put more than $6 trillion into the marketplace in the last 6 months, with more expected in the next few months. The market did and does need the stimulus, but it will have long-term implications on our buying power. The Gold Report comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to TFNN.com and order the Gold Report now. Protect your buying power. Order the Gold Report now.
You could be making money off the stock market. And if you're already making money off the stock market, you could be making a lot more. Check out TFNN and Tiger TV and get expert investing advice to give you the power to control your financial future. Go to TFNN.com and find the newsletter for you. Whether you're into trading gold, metals, futures, currencies, or options, you'll get advice and analysis to help you seriously get ahead. TFNN also features trading services with a 30-day money-back guarantee for new subscribers, as well as TFNN's Tiger Den trading room, trading software, and educational webinars for all trading levels. And make sure you check out Tiger TV for free on TFNN.com or TFNN's YouTube channel for live financial content from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern on market days. Stop watching on the sidelines while other people get rich and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now down 99. NASDAQ is up 20. S&Ps are off 1. And that's after we're talking with Basil, folks. Okay, this is so cool, man, because guess what? We got to go over to these diamonds. And this is where, okay, so we're going to go through this slow because this is where when you get divergence in the marketplace, but yet you still have a bull that's running. It's pretty cool. how this can shake out. So let me show you the diamonds, okay? So the diamonds are in a confirmed ABC structure on the way up. When he had just mentioned it, I was looking at this, oh man, look at this. So you took out the B point. The B point needed 5.3 million shares. You did 5.6 yesterday, okay? So your B point on this is 332. Your A point is 305. Okay, so what did I say? 32, 5. So we get to, what, 27, right? 27, yeah. Which gets you 347. And we're at 334. Okay, so now you have the Qs that finished an ABC structure up. You have the SPY that is like over the high, getting weak. So when you look at that, it's like, okay, where can you go with it? Well, I suspect what you're going to have is this, is that the Dow could stall out and turn into a complex one. We just went through a complex one, ABC structure up in the NDX 100. And I'm not looking for a big pullback, but I am looking for a pullback there, okay? And if that's what you get, and you see the Dow pull back a bit, it's going to be a field day, folks, okay? Because what ends up happening, as long as you get that pullback, and that pullback comes back with lighter volume, that's what you have. The bottom line is that when you take a look at this, it's like, okay, the diamonds can pull back, you know, I'm not talking a lot. You're talking 3 or 4 points. If you get that, and then you get the confirmation as you're pulling back, and it does pull back with lighter volume, what ends up happening there is that your probability goes much higher. And you got to remember something. When you look at the out of time in the trade, you are verifying things both ways, on the way up, on the way down. On the way up, we're taking a B point out, you're taking out with volume. On the way back, you're coming back into an area, you have a contraction of volume in a big way, and you got some action. So this is going to be cool watching this whole thing shake out. If we go into the Dow Industrials and we take a look at the movers out here today, what you're going to see point-wise, McDonald's is the move. That's putting 20 positive points. Nike 13, Goldman 12. Taken away from it, United Health 39, Boeing 26, and you got Caterpillar with 19. We get over, let's go to the bond market, because the bond market is right on the cusp, folks, of breaking a downtrend. And if that's what we get, you are going to see this bond market higher price, lower yield once again. And you're going to see it's pretty decisive, man. I mean, I can make the call out here today that, yeah, you just broke the downtrend today. I want one more day of follow through. But you can see if you're watching Tiger TV, the bottom line, you broke it. We're at 131.21 now. If you technically take a look at this and you say, okay, 135.24 is game. That's a big number, man. That number brings us back till March 11th, and we're dealing with, what, April 6th? The 30-year right now is going to need a little more oomph. Now, the 30-year is ahead of the 10. No doubt about that. Today, you get 303,000 contracts out here. You get a... There she is. Okay. So your swing point on the 30-year is going to be the 157.08. We hit 156.20 today. If we take the 157.08 out, oh, man, that's game, and it's game in a big way. The TLT, the 20-year plus, what we have with the 20-year plus, that also coming into a swing point. Now, the TLT needs some juice underneath it. Right now, we are dealing with 7 million shares. Well, that's good, man. Hold on 1 second. No, we need more, yeah. The swing point that we're dealing with, which it's not at right now, which is the 138,650, you're talking about 20 million shares. So we're talking some real volume that we're going to need as we get into that area. Let's go to Jose in Lakeland. Hey, Jose, what's going on, brother?
Hey, Tom. So there was a guy training for the paratroopers, parachute jumping.
Yeah.
And he didn't want to jump out of the plane. And his CEO, commanding officer, slapped him around and said, listen, I'm putting your parachute plus a second parachute in case the first one doesn't open. And I'm also going to have a Jeep on the ground waiting for you so you won't have to walk. So they push him out, Tom. He's tumbling to the ground. He's doing a Roman candle. He pulls the first cord. No parachute comes out. He says, yep, just what I thought. He pulls the ripcord on the second parachute. It does not deploy. He says, yep, just what I thought. And I bet that Jeep's not down there waiting for me either.
Oh, my God.
Hey, Tom, is AEM doing anything good? It's up a little, but they don't hold.
Yeah, so we got an Eagle. An Eagle, the low out here today is 60, the high 61.41. You're coming into that swing of 61.61. This is good volume right now. Now we're coming into 1.4. It looks to me like it's going to break it, man. I know what you're saying, what he's saying specifically. And this is what the gold stocks have been doing, folks, okay? If you're trading the gold stocks, what you've seen is this. Most of them have, you get a price during the day, and then you get some kind of a sell-off, and they're backing off. And they've been doing this side for a week and a half on a continual basis. I like how they're set up, man. We'll see whether we can jump this creek, man. I mean, that's kind of where we stand. What's going to get interesting here is that that dollar is giving us some juice, So if we get one more day like this in the dollar, we're going to see some real action inside that metals market, So.
Okay, so 63.50. That's a fait accompli.
When you say 63.50.
Yeah. I mean, I think you mentioned 63 in that area.
Oh yeah, no, I see it. Yeah. So, okay, so the first swing here is the 61.61, right? My take is that though this is going. Yeah, there it is. I see it. Well, even 65, man. The last time, yeah, we'll see where it shakes out, man. It looks to me like it's going. Let me see when they come out with numbers, because these guys are going to start coming out with numbers. Okay, April 30th. April 30th numbers. So I suspect you're going to get a push before that. But they're buying these babies right now, but they're always testing us in the gold market. There's no doubt about it, man. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, I still see no catalyst for gold. I'm looking for a geopolitical event. I'm hoping Putin marches into the Ukraine and demands everybody kiss his ring. I don't know.
Well, you know what? I mean, it seems to me now Jose brings up a great point, folks. Years ago, it used to be a geopolitical deal, would move gold. It's hard to really comprehend.
You can't count on it.
Yeah, right. Well, it's like, okay, we like gold. When I hear that, a crypto's as good as gold, I mean, I don't buy that, but that doesn't mean anything because plenty of people are. I just think it's an asset class now. I mean, I don't see it one of these deals that if we have something that does happen, that all of a sudden that's going to move gold. I think what moves gold is that people just say, hey, I want something that I know if inflation is coming, gold, bottom line, folks, stays with inflation. That's the bottom line. Cooking, brother.
Well, send more stimulus, Ma.
Yeah, I know, I like it. Stay right there, folks. Come right back. We have the Dow down 99, Nasdaq's up 11, S&P's off 3. Come right back.
Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
The technology around us is changing every day. With so much happening, it can seem impossible to keep up with all the information. David White's investment newsletter, The Technology Insider, is designed to give you all the information you need to understand the technology that shapes today's markets and tomorrow's future. David White has made his living staying on the cutting edge of technology. His weekly newsletter will give you specific recommendations for value tech stocks, as well as entry prices, target prices, and stops to set for each trade. Dave delivers his weekly newsletters every Friday with updates throughout the week. You can get the Technology Insider at TFNN.com for only $37.50. Sign up for David's newsletter, The Technology Insider, and get an inside look at everything the technology sector has to offer. Try it risk-free today with our 30-day money-back guarantee. TFNN, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's down 107. You get the NASDAQ up 4. S&Ps are down 3.5. So let's go take a look at Newmont as well as Barrick Gold. Newmont right now, it's coming up to the swing. Now, Newmont's one of the leaders, folks, inside of the gold market, as we've come off these lows. Had a very slight retracement. You're going up to a swing point out here today. The swing point we're talking about is 63.64. And volume's not bad, not great. Pushing into it. We want to see, let me just see what those big dogs are doing out here. Inside, meaning the 13F filings, as to see who is coming in and coming out. Okay, so 226. Who's that? Oh, that's 1 second. We're April 6th. Okay, so on Newmont, there's no big deal. Let's go over to Barrick, though, because we know that inside of Barrick, what we have had is that you've had Fidelity that had been a seller for a long period of time. Now, the last 2 weeks that we brought this up, they haven't been a seller. And I can tell you, I trade the stock every day, folks. And, you know, I've been trading it since my take is that Fidelity is not selling anymore. But let's bring it up and see how we shake out. Because once they stop selling, the number's been staying the same. Now, they sold a little. There's 35 million. It was 31.4. So they're still in there selling. You know, not a lot, though. Not compared to what they were selling, I can tell you that. We don't have any buyers, though. That's the other side of it. So that was 31.4. Yeah, so in a couple of weeks, there's done 3 or 4 million. When I mentioned the aspect of, you can see how these guys come in and out. Barrick trades almost the same way almost every day, as do the rest of these, okay? You get a little pop, you get the juice in it, they bring it back down again, they're buying it again. That's on a short-term basis. On a longer-term basis, what we are doing, and you can see this yesterday, this is coming up to the swing point. You get an acceleration of volume. The swing that we're talking about is 20 million shares. Yesterday, you did 19.3. This wants to break its low, but I may break the swing point. So it's going to be pretty cool watching this shake out. This equity here comes out with numbers May 6th. So we'll see how that shakes out as the companies start coming out with some numbers. Let's go take a look at a few of the, let's see. So I got a Canadian stock, one of the targets want to look at here. Victoria, VGCX. VGCX. Okay, so this trades in Canada. This was an exploration company that now is a producer. Okay, so they just stopped producing. The low is $6.77. The high is 21, I think. Yeah, 21. They just start doing revenue. This is last year they did 178 million, 2 quarters. This year they're going to do 231. You're trading $13. And put this on a weekly. Well, you get a consolidation. I mean, you're going to need a lot more juice here. When you take a look at something like this, what I'm always looking for is that I'm looking for a high volume high, which we don't have. So now you get a consolidation. You're looking for a sign of strength. And what a sign of strength specifically is wide price spread accelerated volume. If we go take a look at New Gold, this is getting some juice out here. A few of these are getting some real juice. New Gold, the low is 54 cents, the high is 240. You're trading at 178. And what you're going to see here is that you get the expansion of volume that's happening. You get a high volume tick out here at 191. You're at 178. That's on the daily. We put this on a weekly. And what you're going to see, you get a consolidation. It's going to take some juice to get by 190. Not a bad setup, though. And they are printing some money out here. Yeah, they're doing 861 million. Let's go to Taseco, because Taseco, that was getting a little juice out here yesterday. The copper market, you had to pick up one volume. Now, see, this is a cool looking chart, meaning in the context, folks, of before the fact. This has a high volume high. So your high volume high out here, which I expect is going to get hit, is $2.09. What you had yesterday, and this is where this gets subtle, okay, is that you had a high volume high at 187. We did volume of 6 million. Yesterday, what you saw is 3.2. So you got an expansion of volume, but it's not enough. That's a nice setup. And most of the time, what ends up happening is this. The first time that you come into high volume highs or high volume lows, you can't expect it to break it. It's just not how it goes. You normally come into it, then you're going to build some cause. Building cause is going sideways, driving everyone out of their mind. Then you go for it again. That's how you eat away the supply line, folks. It's all about the amount of supply that's out there. It's the amount of buying that as you're coming into that supply line in order to get rid of that supply line. That's kind of how I look at the markets. And, you know, it's, to me, it's just common sense, man. That's what it really comes down to. Let's go over to the NQs for a second, because it looks to me like this is going to be a classic, that your ABC structure finished. You're going to get some kind of a pullback. Now, the thing that's really cool is that you can imagine, because we're at such highs, that you can think that, okay, it'll be a large pullback. But because of the way, now watch how this goes. This is really cool. Because we took out the consolidation on the way down on the NASDAQ, right? When the NASDAQ came down, it came down hard and fast. Now, when I'm talking about how we got by the resistance that we'll be talking about goes from the 22nd of February going all the way over till March 2nd. Well, what happens is that when you take that out, which we took it out, when we come back down, that is going to be major support. That's how this thing shakes out, which is going to be pretty cool watching how this shakes out. This chart is going to definitely bring me right back to the Nikkei, because it's almost kind of like the same setup. And this is where you're going to want to keep your eye, and I'll keep you updated every day on this Nikkei, because the danger, of course, is that when you take a look at the Nikkei, it's like, okay, you have 3 lower highs. And the Qs, it's like, okay, we get 2 lower highs. So is this going to consolidate for a while? My take is that what more than likely is going to happen is that we're just going to pull back a bit. I do want to. I think it's time, Dan. We had a tiger in the den, and he turned me on to this larger issue, and I think this is probably a good day to wrap our head around it. Let me see this for a second, because if in fact we get this going here, I'll take this. We're going to take a quick break, and then I'm going to come back and I'll really blow your mind. You know, that this is well. Hey, technically, the deal is set up out here. We'll see where it shakes out, but the bottom line is that there is a much larger A to B inside of the NASDAQ that we very well could do. And all it would take, you know, Google's already doing its deal. All it's going to take is Amazon, bottom line, getting up to the top of its range. Talking a month, 2 months. That breaks topside, get some action. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Markets can rise and fall like the tides. Subscribe to Basil Chapman's newsletter, The Opening Call, and you too can ride the wave. Basil Chapman is an authority in technical analysis. His Chapman Wave trading system has been helping traders identify trends and capitalize on momentum in the markets since 1984. TFNN invites you to test Basil's proprietary Chapman Wave trading methodology with a monthly subscription to the Opening Call newsletter for only $149. Your subscription to the Opening Call comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, as well as daily market updates on key indexes, stocks, and commodities. Ride the wave. Sign up for the Opening Call risk-free today.
Introducing Primal Edge.
Today, it's even more important to take a supplement that complements your health. Primal Edge is specifically formulated to boost your immune system and help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Our early ancestors found all their nutritional requirements in the wild environment. But today, our food sources don't contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that we need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated humic and fulvic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They've been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, without them, life cannot exist.
That's right, Ellen. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge. Just $89 exclusively at TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's down 135, Nasdaq's off 22, S&Ps are off 8, and I hate to do this to you, but I'm going to have that for you tomorrow, folks, because I just got lost on the charts, but Dan's going to give me a hand, because there is a much larger ABC structure on the way up, but when I only have 2 minutes, my head just got spun around. That being said, okay, so where do we stand right now? That being said, my take is that the QQQs, you finished the ABC structure on the way up, where we hit 332.83. I suspect, you're going to pull back somewhere about 320. Yeah, 320's game. It's at 330 right now. We take a look at the SPY, and what you're going to be looking for, you'll be looking for that you pull back on lighter volume as you go into those numbers. The SPY didn't hit the 410. You hit 407. I suspect the same thing's going to happen there. In the SPY, you're talking about 398. Nothing heavy, man. 398, because it's going to be very hard to basically break into those lower levels because the volume was so heavy. The small caps are turning. Small caps want to go retest their lows. Small caps, IWM has a high volume low. High volume low there at 215.96. 208.04. You can see that the first high volume low we had was 207.21. You did 53 million. Well, then we came back down there, folks. We did 59 million. When you come back and test a high volume low, and you have an expansion of volume, bottom line, you're going to come back and test it again. The cool news is that you already know what the volume characteristic is, so bottom line, you get back down there, and most times what you end up seeing on the third test is that you'll see a dramatic contraction of volume. And if you don't get a dramatic contraction of volume, you are going to nail that thing, and it's going to blow apart. You have a good understanding as you're coming into it, because during the day, if the contraction of volume is there, well, guess what? That sets up the buy at the lower end of the consolidation. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows, and whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Everything you need is right inside you, folks. You might as well have a blast with it. Yesterday's gone, tomorrow's not here. What are you doing right now? Well, tomorrow morning, I'd love you to come join us. Tommy, 9 o'clock, great show. Please tell your friends about TFNN. Tell them to go to YouTube, subscribe. It is free. Look at them, folks.